Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a redo of What If Deku was a Spartan. And yeah, I said I was going to reboot the series. And I have done, just like I did the Oster. What if Oster was the kid of, or the child of Igneo? Anyway, we start off with a good old city with a individual driving along through the city, parking up near a area and walking just some random area and walking into a alleyway as he no as she constantly just walks through the alleyway. Three men grab her and push her into the wall, saying access codes now. No, not access codes. Who are you and what do you want? And she just says, get off right now, idiot. Do you know how expensive this dress is? Trying to blend into civilian life while being an insurrectionist? Now get off. My name is yada yada yada. They let her go, saying, sorry, ma'am, we didn't realise that was you. Anyway, in you go. And she just walks in. As these three men constantly watch the alleyway, one more individual walks up. As these three men stop him, saying, oi, you're not allowed here, and as well, the two other men beside this one guy suddenly just gulp in pain, or grunt in pain, as the other guy turns around to see what happened to his men, to see one woman standing there. Well, somebody just standing there, as he is about to say, what the hell are you, as he gets cut off with his throat getting slit. And them being left there. As these two individuals open the door and walk through. As well, they continue walking through this now looks like a tunnel leading somewhere. They hear voices and, well, stack up somewhere. As they hear the boss was in a hurry today. She didn't seem to be very happy about something. Just ignore her. She seems to be in a hurry these days anyway. Only must be onto her or something. Oh, great. She said her cover would not be blown so easily. Oh well. The higher echelons are going to want to try and stop her next time. Or send someone who keeps her, or keeps their cool in a hostile environment. As these guards just walk up to where our two unknowns are, as well, they both get pulled into the shadows. As somebody calls them on their radios saying, oi, you two, you there? Send a squad to try and find those three idiots. And also to find two more idiots that seem to have gone radio silent. As well, the guards run out, start walking out of the of what looks like a barracks area, to find two individuals standing there. As they say, one of them's about to say, "What the hell are you two doing in here?" Well, they all get pushed back into the barracks, and yeah, only those two walked out. Walking up to what looks like a control room, as somebody walks out, only to get his neck snapped and dragged away. As they both just walk in, as a woman stands there over a table with 3 holograms. As one of them says, "We told you to keep your cool in the only office. You were meant to get us that information. And yet, we find out that you not only failed in that entirely, but you also failed to grab the information that we wanted. Your cell has now become ripped apart, I bet." As she says, "I'm sorry, okay? It's not my fault that there were tons of guards all over the place." As well, they all hang up, and she walks out through a different room to find an Oni officer standing at the front door. As he says, "Hello. I believe you are trying to find somebody." As she pulls a gun and shoots him. As all the bullets go through him. As well, she turns around to see 2 figures with helmets standing there as they pull out silenced pistols and 2 shots were fired. As they walk out, they see see an Oni officer as they salute, and he salutes back. As one of them says, "Target eliminated." As he says, "Good. Now come with me. We're heading off." As they salute again, saying, "Yes, sir." As he also says, "Oh, and put your active camo on. Yes, it's weaker than... It's just weak, but it should still prove useful, especially in these tight corridors and streets that we're in now." As they, reach a new location, as the only officer pulls out 3 weapons. As he says, 2 SMGs for you, and obviously you, big man, can have the heavy weapon, considering that's what you enjoy the most during training. It's a new version of the saw gun. So, it's a Mark 6. It's not the final product, it's just for marketing reasons, if you catch my drift. Now go to these coordinates. Pelican will pick you up. As they both nod and walk off. As well, the only officer goes onto his comms and says, "Get the Pelican ready. Our two mutual friends are coming your way. So get the Pelican ready." As he used the word "I, sir." "Should we come up and pick you up too?" As he just says, "Nah, I'll get my own way off. Just need to torch the evidence." as well. Our two individuals reach the Pelican. As two more turn up. As they land, as a group of Marines jump off of both of them as they secure the area. As another only officer jumps off the one that was already landing, or the one that was already there, is, well, she walks up saying, "Brilliant work. That's one unexpected spy in our ranks purged. 5 more to go. Here are your next assignments." As they, well, have a look, is as the other Spartan, who has red and black armor on, well, red and black paints on, says, "All right, that shouldn't take too long." They both seem to be this next one seems to be very easy. I wonder why Ghost hasn't taken care of it yet. As the only officer just says, "Ghost is on a different mission compared to you. He's running errands for some odd reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's from that last job he did." As the other Spartan speaks up. He was meant to kill one target. In the end, he ended up killing 22 civvies, then killing his target. You ask me, the man's a bloody psychopath. As the only officer just says, "Honestly, we don't even know if they were civilians. We couldn't find any record of these civilians anywhere." As, well, two Spartans just sigh and say, "Okay, let's just get this mission over and done with." As the only officer just says, "Right, when you enter the city, find this bar name and walk inside, but you're going to have to be in civvy uniform." As they say, "Okay." They go on the Pelicans and they fly them to a ship, which takes them to the next destination. As they are in civilian uniform, they, well, blend in pretty well. One with green hair, and one with brown and red hair. Well, a woman with brown and red hair, and a man with green hair. As they both walk through the city and get on, well, just constant walk around for a bit, exploring the city, just making it look like they are visiting to not draw unwanted attention to themselves. As the man with the green hair then just asks, "When were we meant to meet up with our contact on this planet again?" As his lady companion just says, "In 2 hours. Because they wanted us to make it look like we were visiting here, so we don't draw suspicion." And by the way, it's the middle of the day. Usually bars are starting to open in the middle of the day. as well, they both just talk about it for a little bit, then continue moving on. Finding a ruffian who just is trying to bully just bully some random man to in an alleyway to give him all his money. As they both just walk down into the alleyway and knock the guy out. As they ask the man if he is alright, as he says yes. Just bruised, but otherwise still okay. As he bows to them, saying thank you once again, and walks off. And so do these two as well. As a as a Land Rover turns up, the guy walks out, and just like hoodwinks the two individuals, says, "Get in quickly," as they both do. As he puts the pedal to the metal and floors it. The girl with red and brown hair just asks, "So, what's the status report?" As he just says, "Well, Spartans, you're going to be in the thick of it for a bit. You're going to be, really angry with this. Because I know how much you two prefer to get down to business and not focus on your, childhood lives. As well, one of you knows full well about his childhood, considering how badly you were bullied." As the girl with brown hair just looks over to her brown and red, just looks over to her compatriot, who looks distant. As she sort of elbows him, saying, "Oi, chin up. That was a long time ago. Besides, you got power now, so you better be happy about it. I'm still waiting for my quote to activate. Don't even know what it is yet." As well, the man still just sits there in pure silence. As she just says, "Fine, keep your mouth shut then. I swear you're losing your emotions day in every single day with every single second." "I'm not losing my emotions. I just choose to hide them. Same thing as losing them. There's a difference between hiding and keeping them under check. Okay, Spartans, we're here." As they both get cut off by the new mutual friend. "Welcome to the Tranquil Bar. The Bar of Tranquility." Funky name, isn't it? As the two Spartans just look at the front door, saying, "Well, if we're here to start drinking," the guy in the green hair just says, "Well, if we're here to start drinking, better start doing it now." As he gets elbowed in the guts again by his compatriot, as he says, "What? I was joking. Now's not the time or place to be joking." As well, they walk on in. As they see the place is packed, with full of civilians, drinking, having a good time. This place also has a dance floor, so people are dancing. It's not a bar, it turns out to be a club. As the only officer just walks to the bar owner and gives him a code. As this bar owner just looks up, saying, right, and waves them both over. As well, the two Spartans walk over as he says get closer. As they do. As he's hang on a minute, guys, I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. And as I said, as the bar owner waves them over, they do. As he says, round the back, come round the back. A lot of these people are too drunk and too busy dancing for you to even notice, well, for them to even notice that there are two individuals going into a place that they should not be going. It's labelled staff only. Here's the access keys to get in. So, get going. Only owns the place anyway, so there are only officers all over the place in unmarked uniforms, acting as guards. And yes, Only does own the building. They just opened it up as a club. Let's see, walk around, heading to the back of the club, as they see two Only officers standing there, as they say, halt, this is off, sort of shouting, saying, halt, this is off limits, as they both say, tell them that they're both Spartans, as they say, alright then, quickly, punch in. As they quickly punch themselves in and walk through the door. As it closes behind them. As they meet two other Only operatives, or agents, should I say, as they both, give their greetings, saying, hello, Spartans, as they say hello back. As another Only officer speaks up, saying, alright, cut the chatter. And this is over a speaker in the room. As the screen turns on, as he says, your target is LL. Well, his code name is Mr. AO AFO. He is a member of the insurrection. He also runs an organization called the League. We don't know the rest of it. We just know it as the League. So your operation is to find him and kill him. For this, you're going to have to go into a school. You're both old enough to be in that school, bar you. As he sort of points to the girl with the red and brown hair. As he just says, we don't even know what your quirk, in quotation marks, is yet. As she just says, we'll find out sometime. As he just nods, saying, indeed. As he calls them by their names. Izuku Midoriya, Ochako Uraraka. The two problem children. Less so you, Midoriya. As well, Midoriya just stands straight, as he usually does. As he just says, we're not all problem children. 15 years old, and well, we look like we're in our 20s. As he says, yeah, whatever. Now get going. You have your assignment. We'll contact you when you're in the vehicle as well. Continue the discussion there. That noise from upstairs is really aggravating me at the minute. As they say, yes sir, as they walk out. Heading back to the SUV. As they get in, as they tap in a few codes on their screen, as the same man pops up again, concealed in shadow. As he brings up images of what AFO looks like. As he just says, this is the man you're looking for. He's got this helmet on, but underneath that helmet, he has no eyes at all. So, keep an eye out for this helmet. We don't know how long it'll take you to find this insurrection leader. From all accounts, he operates on several different worlds. Harvest, and some other places. But his main bulk of his operations on Earth, in Japan. So you two are heading to Japan on Earth. In literally 3 days. You have those 3 days to find out what Uraraka's quirk is, Midoriya, okay? It's just not saying yes sir. As he says, good. Because I don't want you two to be split up. We both only need both of you in that area. Well, not in that area, in that school. Only does not accept failure on this one, people. As he actually turns out, he's talking to others. As he calls another Spartan, saying, Spartan Sierra 2516. You're going to be going into the forest on such and such, as he gives everybody else their explanations, as they all say, yes sir. Then he says, blue team, as they all hear, sir. You're going on your own separate missions. I'm sending you files now. You've got the remaining insurrection leaders. Find them, destroy them. Just make sure there's no civilian deaths. Unlike you, Ghost. As Ghost pops on, saying, for God's sake, you bring this up all the time. As everybody sort of says, yeah, we should. As Midori just says, psychopath. As Ghost says, will you shut up, Midoriya? You have nothing compared to me. As Midori just shoots back, saying, at least I live by a code. no killing, unless no killing civilians, no killing, well, no killing civilians, and fight people honourably if they want to. As they, well, all hang up. As Uraraka and Uraraka and Midoriya go to an old abandoned warehouse, followed by old ruins that they use as their base of operations and training area. As Deku starts, well, punching the walls as he makes a small crater in them. As he just says, why can't they just get rid of Ghost? Ghost caused so many deaths, and yet they still keep him around. As Naraka just says, let's focus on trying to find out what my quirk is. We got 3 days, so we better get started. As he basically says, aye. Aye, aye. As they begin training. Non-stop, all day, every day. The only time they stop is when they need to go for a toilet break or they actually have something to eat. Which is not very often. Because come on, how often do you see Spartans have something to eat? Not very often. As they will continue training, Deku actually activates his quirk and actually nails Uraraka to the chest, causing her to go flying, as she finally activates her quirk of, well, I'm going to say this, she has 2, along with Deku. Flight and strength. Deku just has speed and strength. As Uraraka just says, yes, finally. As Deku runs up to her, saying, finally, you got your quirk activated. As she kicks him smack in the chest, sending him flying. As he, well, lands hard on the floor, but simply just gets back up, saying, alright, I guess I deserved that one. As he sort of stretches out, and gets back up again. As he says, looks like we both have 2 quirks. Surprise, surprise, they're the polar opposite of each other. Well, one side is. You got flight, I got speed. Looks like we both have super strength as well. Guess that's due to our enhancements. As well. They hear a guy chuckling as they look up to see another Spartan there. As he jumps down, landing in between both of them. As Midoriya just says, what do you want? What do you want, Ghost? As he just says, whoa, 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 easy there. Keep down the hostilities. Came down here to check, see if you guys were alright. You haven't been responding to any of Oni's transmissions for a while. As Uraraka and Midoriya get very suspicious. As they say, right, so we better go and talk to them then about why they would send you instead of an Oni agent. Sending a Spartan doesn't seem quite right. So tell us, Ghost, what are you truly doing here? It's not like you to check up on us out of the kindness of your heart. We could always just contact Oni and see why you're here, truly. Because we've actually got a transmission in 2 minutes from Oni that we answer. So, do you want to, I don't know, rethink your lies before you try to trick us? Maisie says, no, I'm being honest. Oni sent me here to find out what the hell was going on between you two. As the director just, volleyball kicks him, sending him sort of skidding as he then falls over. As he just sort of gets up and says, ow, what the hell was that for? And she says, for lying to us. Anyway, guys, that's where I'm leaving it. Hope you like this reboot. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one. Peace.